Hi, welcome to the Roofers Coffee Shop, our club Roofer of the Month podcast. This is where we highlight a contractor in our club each month to celebrate their greatness in the roofing industry. Listen to hear more about a great contractor. Hi everybody, my name is Megan Ellsworth here at rooferscoffeeshop.com, and I am back again with a Roofer of the Month podcast. So glad to announce that the June Roofers Coffee Shop, our club Roofer of the Month is Central Roofing. And here I have Jason Stock to tell us a little bit more about Central and for us to congratulate them. Hi, Jason.
Hi, Megan. Thanks for the invite. And, Central's really honored for the award. So we're kind of excited about that. So
yeah, I'm so glad. So why don't we start out with having you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Central.
Well, I'm Jason Stock. I'm the Vice President and CFO of Central Roofing Company here in Minneapolis. Central is a 90 plus year old company starting in 1929. So it's been around a long time. We always kind of take honor with that, but we also kind of go, the last 90 years have been great. We're looking forward to the next 90. So always looking forward to that future. How do we get better? How do we get bigger? What's new and exciting in our industry? We always like to be a part of that stuff. So, we've had an interesting history. Obviously, if you think about it, in 1929, started in the Depression era. Gone through world wars. Obviously, the pandemic that we're just currently in, and hopefully almost to the end of.
Yeah.
So no, it's always faced challenges head on. We have a phenomenal team here. It's been a really honor to be kind of a part of this group of people. So.
Wow, that's awesome. I had no idea that you guys have been around for that long. That is so cool.
Yeah, no, it's always exciting when you're like, wow, it's been around longer than I've been, alive twice. It's longer, let's say 90 years, and I'm only 40. So
yeah.
It's totally crushing me. Like I barely even know anybody who's 90.
Yeah, I don't think I know anybody. Wow, well, that's really cool and very impressive. And yeah, like you said, the company has seen things between world wars and a pandemic and a depression. So you guys have really stuck it out.
Yep. So there's also been a lot of positive things over that past 90 years too. We don't always want to look at those negative items. So.
Right. Well, what type of services does your company provide? Like, what's your specialty? Residential, commercial?
We are pretty much 95% commercial roofing. We do a little bit of residential, but it's pretty minor. Mostly like townhouses and that large scale thing.
Okay.
Fortunately, we're kind of equipped for that large project, semi trucks, cranes, and botanes, and all those things. So, if I showed up to someone's driveway with all those things, everybody would be really nervous. But we do actually have like the largest service company in the city.
Oh, wow.
18 trucks go out every day with a 2-man service team to fix everything from a leaky doghouse to putting in new HVAC equipment. So,
wow.
Very proud of our service department. They just work wonders and try to make sure everybody can stay dry and, weather that storm. A lot of times they can help, can we get another year or two out of someone's roof, instead of having to replace it now, especially with all the material shortages we're all dealing with. So
right.
We're trying to get that, how do we work with our clients to get a couple more years out of it?
That is brilliant. Yeah. How have those material shortages kind of made you guys adapt with that service aspect?
From the service thing, it's just that, obviously we want to keep everybody dry, keep the water on the outside. But, it's been a struggle. Obviously, everybody's trying to deal with that same issue. All of a sudden we were going strong and then, no one has any material. And it's kind of like, okay, that's quite the swing.
Yeah.
We were fortunate. We always carry a pretty hefty inventory compared to most people. So we've actually been able to kind of keep going and working through this bits, but watching all those pieces have always been an important one. So it's, our team has definitely worked really hard and diligent to kind of stay out in front of it, keep our clients informed. Nobody likes giving that, oh, by the way, we're not coming next week. We don't have anything to roof with.
Right.
So some clients have been okay with it, some have not. So like I said, the service team has been able to kind of like, okay, where are the troubled areas? Let's get through this bump together.
Right. Brilliant.
But otherwise, the other thing we're really surprisingly do a lot is historical work. Um,
Oh,
we
cool.
love those old buildings, the ones from the 1800s, that were old even when Central started. Uh, so it's always kind of an exciting one because you start digging into these things and like what you find in building techniques and practices from way back then to today's standards are so different.
I'm
But
sure.
we always like that project that we feel no one else can do it. That's the project for us.
Oh, I love that. That's a nice little slogan. What's something special that your company celebrates, whether it's, restoration and on old buildings or actually celebrating a holiday with your team, or just celebrating, small achievements from team members? What do you guys really cherish over at Central?
We've always felt, obviously Central is a family-owned company, and we always feel like we're pretty blessed to be a part of this organization. So we always want to make sure that we celebrate those events that happen in everybody's lives. We always have the big company picnic out at Valley Fair. We have a Christmas party where Santa comes and all the kids
Oh,
get to see him. Um, we do the big Toys for Tots drives for Christmas, where everybody who comes to the holiday party, they bring toys, and trailers of toys go off to the Toys for Tots.
that's awesome.
We are very big at the community giving. We do a lot of stuff with the vets. We do a lot of stuff with the autism community. I have two children who are on the spectrum, so kind of close, near and dear to my own heart. But
Yeah.
we've done the Fraser House with pulling together. It's just always been that, how do we give back? Anytime someone has a charity that's close to their heart, we always make sure we give and give support to it. So we do a lot of like Make-A-Wish. There's another one that's similar to that. We have like scleroderma and like all the programs that kind of touch everybody's lives. I'm always amazed in this industry how closely knit of a family the organizations kind of become. That we had one of our workers, his little daughter came down with leukemia, and everybody was so supportive, from helping fund it to making sure like everyone stays together. So if one person gets hurt, they really come together to promote each other. And it's just such a unique experience to see the teamwork and the family atmosphere that's developed here and hopefully in other places. That everybody wants to be able to give back to that community. I think, we always feel like we're a part of the community, so we got to make sure we're always trying to be a positive influence in it also.
Wow. Wow, you guys are really keeping busy over there. That's wonderful. It's so important to stay a part of the community and to give back as much as you can. So thank you for all you guys do.
Oh, no. It's like I said, it's always our pleasure. I actually started I'm on the board of Fraser. I joined 2 years ago. And Diane, the CEO there, she always said that everyone gets a bigger pleasure in life giving than like receiving. And it's one of those things you really actually start to feel that when you start to go out of these ways and like how you can change people's lives or make them better and, be a part of that. Everybody kind of feels like, oh, we're just this roofing company. It's like, no, you can be so much more than that. And that's what I think, we try to bring to our whole team brings that piece in, is that, yep, we do roofing, but we also want to do so much more.
Yeah.
And that's always like a nice plus, because like I said, you get the team involvement, and, I know more like of our workers' wives and children's names than half the workers. Don't tell them.
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, it's a big, everyone comes together. I love going to the Valley Fair and seeing all the smiling faces and those things. So it's always kind of a blessing that we've grown to the size to be able to do those kind of fun things.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I'm interested in this next question. How do you guys define superior customer service?
Wow, that's kind of a tough one.
I know, heavy hitter.
Let's see. Obviously, we can use the same saying, we always wanted that under promise, over deliver. We always set a goal that we want to make sure we're meeting or exceeding your expectations on everything. We've come into projects that we want to make sure that one, we have the rule it always has to get done. No matter what happens when you start a project, you have to get it done. And a lot of organizations I've seen kind of sometimes struggle. It's like everybody can get to that 90% mark really quick. And I know even we've struggled with that last 10 now and then. It's like, no, just what does it take to get it done? Because that's what the customer really want. They want to go, one, I don't want the puddle coming in my roof or my ceiling anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see your trucks out in front of my building anymore. So making sure that you're taking care of everybody from their paperwork, documentation, that list keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. And ultimately just being able to get it done in a nice, clean, organized fashion. At the end of the day, the roofing trade is a professional workmanship trades industry. We want to make sure we're always acting like professionals and getting the job done.
Yeah, precisely. You couldn't have said it better. So why should homeowners or building owners work with Central?
A good reason to work with Central is, like I said, when you have that complex project, that's not the normal, we're able to get it done. We have the expertise from, we have Mike Marion in the sales and Lloyd and Warren. We've all been doing this for so long that, if they haven't seen it and you've surprised them, then I'm really shocked. But, we're able to work with inside of people's budgets, make sure they get what they want. So it's kind of like, when it's price driven, what can we do budget friendly for someone to get it done, make it last a little longer? How can we take that unique project that takes our true craftsmanship from our metal workers doing the hand soldering, the forming and all that stuff? How do we get into that? Doing the project no one's touched in 100 years, taking the tile off, re-putting it back and making sure it looks like historically and accurate. It's that you choose us because you have something different and that's a concern, and that we're going to take that to heart. When I started my roofing industry, it was in the residential sector, and I was always told, make sure to protect every bush and flower as if it was your own, or in my case, as if it was my mother's. And I knew never step on them. So, finding out what's important to that customer, to find out, what's the biggest issue you're going to fall, and how can we make it better for you to get through this process? Because I always say, I'm like, residential or commercial, in the commercial sector, everybody's still working in their buildings when you're on them. And I always say, if you're doing someone's house, ask them to go away.
Yeah.
Like, it's the loudest experience. I don't know if you've ever been through a re-roof on your house, but it's loud.
Yeah.
So, trying to find out, like, what are the important things? What can you do to make that project go easier for them? Trying to stay budget conscious. And like I said, we in this case, with material shortages, we've been building up our inventory for a couple of months now, just because we kind of thought something like this would come. We're actually sitting, and our crews are still working, and we've talked to some other people in our local area, and they're like, yeah, we can't get anything. And our trucks have stopped coming in as frequently as everybody else's, but we still have quite a bit sitting in our warehouse to make sure that we keep going.
That's awesome.
So I always wanted to make sure to get their project done. And, at the end of the day, that's, everybody wants that. No one wants it to drag on forever.
Yeah, precisely. Well, you guys have something very special over there at Central Roofing. So congrats on being Roofer of the Month. And
thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for everything that you guys do. You are a pillar of excellence, truly. So we appreciate you.
Hey, good. Like the nicest thing people can say to me.
Yay! It's true. And we're so happy to give you Roofer of the Month. And hopefully we'll see you at the coffee break.
I will do my best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jason. Any last words?
Nope. Everybody stay safe out there. Obviously safety is key for everything. So we want to make sure that, we all do a very hard job in this industry. We want to make sure everybody goes home at night to see their families and do what they're supposed to do. So stay safe.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thanks, Megan.
For more, go to rooferscoffeeshop.com and become an R Club member. If you're a contractor in the roofing industry, we want to hear from you. Join our forums and connect with other contractors near you.